What's up, everyone? It's Nick Janusa here. So I've had a few people recently who have either won tires off me off of Instagram or Facebook, got tires off me locally. A few of the guys have asked me how to change tires. So I figured I might as well make a small video out of it, how to dismount your old tires and put new ones on. These are no fancy tools by any means. Definitely stuff you need, but no tire machine. This is just generically how I would go about taking my old tires off, putting new ones on, as simple as that. Let me know what you guys think. All right, so here's the tools that I have. This is what I would start with. These are tire spoons. If you don't have tire spoons, you can get away with a screwdriver, two or three long screwdrivers. I don't highly recommend that because you can kind of puncture a tire, break the screwdriver, end up hurting yourself. 6-in-1, this is the same as WD-40. WD-40 would be fine also. This actually is a valve stem remover. Very important to have when you're installing the tires. And the 6-in-1 is what you would also need when you're putting the tires back on. Impact with my 8 on it on the end. This is for the beadlock tires, whether you have a beadlock rear or beadlock fronts, or whether you might not even have beadlocks. This is what I use. Some people are against using an impact on their tire mounts and dismounts, and they would rather go by hand, which is totally understandable. I'm pretty comfortable with it, so I'm going to use an impact because it's definitely faster. And obviously a bead breaker. You have tire machines. This is just what the regular person would have at their house, or you can get these at Harbor Freight, I'm pretty sure. I know they have a smaller style bead breaker, which I have used before, but I prefer this kind myself. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the dismount. Okay, so here's the first tire, full there. Obviously you need to take some air pressure out to be able to get the bead off. So pretty much take the cap off, take some air out of here. All right, let me grab a screwdriver. Cap's off already. You don't want to let all the air out. You want to take some of it out till your tire pressure is, let me try to think about this. You want it so it's not flat, but enough to, actually this is pretty good, enough to where it like flexes a little bit, because you do still want tire pressure in there when you have the bead breaker on to pop it off. Or if it's totally flat, it'll pretty much just slide right off the lip. If there's too much air in it, it won't even budge. So this, I'm actually going to take a little bit more out. All right, I'm going to start the first dismount. Tire goes upside down, face down. There's a little lip right here on this bead breaker, so I gotta make sure my rim is in that. These are a little bit tricky to use sometimes to get in the right spot. So now that I have the piece right here, you want to press down. Should just pop right off. There it is. That's done. Flip it back over. Now I take all these out. This is where I'll use the gun. This just pops off. Might need to, that one's not fully loose. Here we go, off. All right, so normally I would take this and it should just lift right up. Obviously it's still in here, so you can pretty much do it like on this kind of tire. Sometimes you might need it. I can get away with doing it without a tire spoon. But there's a little opening right here where you'd put something in, bend it out, take it out. But this, I can pretty much just step on it right here and pull it straight out, just like that. And that's the dismount. Rear tires are off the rims, now onto the fronts to dismount. They're pretty similar. I know the fronts can be a little bit of a pain because you have to, I've had better luck breaking the inside bead off first before the outside one. So I have to let a little bit of air out, same thing. Got to have a little bit of air in, and then once these have that same amount of air pressure as kind of what those had, like just the right amount, like not flat but not full, then you could pop the bead. So I'm going to let a little bit of air out of these first. Perfect. Now I'm going to take this, put this over. Same thing. Right here, move it a couple of slots down. Let's see if this one goes. Move down to the bottom one. Oh, almost. So for something like this, you can see it went a little bit. So now I'm going to take the tire, spin it, and basically just work my way all the way around this thing. Might not have to go all the way around. I can tell you the bead is definitely sliding off. Just keep spinning it till it goes. And there it is, it's off. Now I'm going to take it, flip it. It's a little tricky this side. This might be one of the hardest parts because there's really like no air in it, but like I said, I had better luck doing this side first before this one. Like I popped this one off and then went to the other one and had a really hard time, but I seem to have better luck with the fronts when I do it from the inside first. That almost went. Flip it all the way around. Same thing. Okay. Now, both sides of it are off. Now the fun part, getting it actually out. This is where the tire spoons come in. All right, this part's really important too. So, both sides are off the rim. You can see, I'm gonna start with this side. Put your tire spoon on the inside. Tell you what, I do not miss doing this with a screwdriver. God bless the people that have to do that. Okay, so now same thing. I'm gonna work my way all around the tire here. Spin it. Here. Okay, this side's off. This part gets a little tricky. I'm gonna have the best luck, what I've had the best luck with. Get your spoon on the inside in between the tire, go like this, and I basically just press down. Pretty much get your knee into it, whatever you can get, and it comes right out. Should come right out. All right, one thing else I want to say, now that my tires are off, before I put the new ones on, you got to make sure your old rims are clean when you're putting them on. It's very important to just have a clean rim to put new tires on, or used tires, whatever. Just makes it easier, trust me. Just make sure the rims are clean. All right, so that's actually a new set of rears. That's not going to have any dirt on it, but like the fronts here, I'm talking about like this lip on the inside. Just got to make sure this is clean. Prime example, now these are pretty clean on the inside. That lip, look at all the dirt that just came off. I would not want to mount rims or brand new tires right up to rims that had that amount of dirt on it. Nope. All right, another important part, if you've never changed tires before, some people obviously know this like the back of their hand, but when you're putting the rim on the tire, the bead lock side goes down into the tire. So if my tire's on the ground, I'm putting this on, flip this, drop it in. And actually, because this side is smaller than this, as you can see clearly, so you'll never get this in the tire very easily. This side goes down first. All right, this is where the lube comes in. A little bit here, here, on the inside. You don't need to do the whole thing. Remember, the bead lock side down. My bead lock is off. In on an angle, push pretty hard. Now it's like kind of stuck. Like twist and push, and it drops right in. Flip it. Now this is where the bead lock goes back on. Let me just center it. Another important part, how to center it. All right, so basically, all these bolts are in by like one thread right now around the whole thing, to where I can take the tire, slide it with my hands, and pull it wherever I want. Before you tighten these down, there's a bunch of little lines on the tire. You've got to make sure all the way around that that circle stays like, I'll try to get as close as I can, but the circle stays like pretty consistent, because if the tire's like, it's high up here, then I'm looking right here, then you come back down to like this side and look at the difference. You'll have like a huge wobble in your wheel. So make sure this is center, follow that circle, make sure you're good all the way around. Super important. All right, this is very important still. Make sure this is all centered. Top, bottom, left, right, looks good. I'll go up here, one. Tight. A little bit here. Now, basically want to star it. I wouldn't go here, 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 all the way around. I mean, I was taught to go here, here, there, and then kind of just cross the whole thing. So the rear tires are done. Front tire time. Pretty tricky actually to do the fronts. They're definitely a lot harder in my opinion. So same thing, the outside of the rim has to go in first. I have this tire up against another tire just for the height, because when you push down it like goes flat and you need everything you can possibly get out of this. You don't need to use a tire, use whatever. So I'm going to put same thing, a little bit of oil, WD-40, Bellray 6-in-1, whatever you got. This is pretty tricky, so I'm going to basically press pretty far down and in and forward. Let me make sure I got my tire spoons right here. I'm about to need them. So in, that went. Now it's like kind of half in the tire, like half in here, half, and it won't come out. So I can kick that one out. Same thing, hold pressure on it, get a tire spoon on the inside. Now that pretty much would drop in. I got pretty lucky with that one, it went right in. It's all about the angle you come in on, making sure this has grease on it, and having your tire spoons right at your hand. So this part now I'll take my knee here, one here. Now I'm going to work my way around the tire and pop it back in. It's definitely not easy to do this, but once you have it down, you don't really stress about it anymore. Side. And that one's in. Alright, so this is where you need your valve stem remover. First step, pop the valve stem out. Put it to the side where you won't lose it. Now I'm actually gonna, I have a strap, not putting it on yet. I'll explain the strap in a second. Just Just want to get some air in it. And push here. So that's on. That noise is the air compressor going in the next room. So the purpose of this strap is two things. Number one, you got to make sure it's perfectly centered all the way around. But the purpose of the strap, it helps it go on easier, the tire. And number two, most importantly, when your tire is expanding, when you're putting air in it, it'll stretch. So when you take the air back out, your tire could be stretched, and even though you could have like 8 pounds in this tire and then 8 in the next one, you could have like a bigger tire even though it's the same air pressure because one stretched more than the other. Okay, that's in. Actually, that came out. So now it's kind of on. I'm going to put some 6-in-1 in here. It'll help it pop right on. Push it right here. Fun part. Sometimes it goes on once or twice. That looks like it's set all the way on. So I can take this out. Take my strap off. Valve stem goes back in. Okay, now tire pressure. Anywhere for this tire, again, 6, 7, 8, 9 pounds, whatever you're comfortable with. I'm going to throw 8 in it right now just because I can always take some more back out. That's 8. There's a rear. Alright, last thing is the front. These actually can be really tricky. They're a lot harder, in my opinion, again, even though they're on the rims, they're a lot harder to actually, not even to pop the bead on, but to actually get it to set. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. Even with the strap on these, it's still really hard. I've had the best luck with these by literally like sitting on it or just putting a knee on it. So this is on this way. Obviously it's not going to go yet. You could literally like sit on them. Wow, I don't know if I've ever gotten so lucky with a front tire. So maybe this one's kind of a bad example, but normally it would give you a harder time and not go on. That's where you need somebody else to put a knee on it, get a strap. They're usually pretty tricky, but I got a little bit lucky with this one. So I'm not going to complain. It's actually not on all the way. There's a piece not on yet. That's it. We are good. Valves come back in. Nice. Tire pressure with these, anywhere, give you a range, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, maybe 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't know if I'd go 10, but it's a little bit low. Feels like it's a lot actually right now. Okay, I just threw 12 in this. Nice. All right, guys, my dismount and mount is all done. Time to clean up. I hope this video helped out. If you're wondering what kind of tires these are CST Pulse MX tires. Still got powder on them. Excellent tire, absolutely my tire of choice. If you're looking for them, go to csttires.com. And the one and only DWT rims. Perfect combo, perfect winning combo. Very trustworthy. Definitely a tire and rim of my choice. They don't just make these size tires, they make like literally every kind of quad tire that would fit on a utility quad, motocross quad, 8-inch rim, 9-inch rim, whatever your width is. And same with DWT, they make rims that fit pretty much any quad. Again, thanks for watching. I'm hoping that this video helped you guys out. Let me know, comment below if it helped out, and shoot another comment for what kind of video I should make next. Thanks, guys.